Arkansas is a big part of the national fishing industry in so many ways, and today we'll feature the large impact that a small town in the northeast part of the state makes on this episode of Arkansas's Great Outdoors. Paragould, Arkansas is the Greene County seat and home to about 30,000 residents. I'm sure a large part of them fish, and they probably do so with some home-raised minnows. This area is home to some of the top minnow farms in the state. Coldstream Fish Farm is right off Highway 412. This week we bring you the story of Coldstream Fisheries, family-owned and family-bound.
This is my dad and Chetty here. Whenever my dad purchased the Coldstream Fisheries off of Chetty back in March of 2006. Like I said, I just recently got out of the military, and Dad called me and was just like, I need you to come home and I need you to help me on the farm. And I said, sounds good to me, I'll be there. And so, like I said, we worked together for 20-something years. So, it's in my blood. Okay, it's been generation. My great-grandpa, he started into another fish farm. My Uncle Jim, he owns a fish farm across the road, Pillows Fish Farm, and we own Coldstream. And so it's been in our family for years. My uncle's done it, my grandpa's done it, my great-grandpa, my dad. So it's just why I love it. It's just rewarding.
One of the great parts of this process is the pride which comes from knowing you are providing the products which create meaningful memories with opportunities outdoors.
Get off your cell phones, get outside and outdoors. I mean, take the new generation out there and memories, create memories with all of them. That's something that whenever COVID hit, everything shut down. And me and my kids, that's all we did. We would go fishing.
These memories last a lifetime in an industry such as this. Multiple generations of fish farmers serving multiple generations of customers.
Here's some of the pictures just of some of our customers that we do business with. We don't just like to do business with them, but we like to take them hunting. We like to spend time with a lot of our customers, and it's more of a personal relationship, one-on-one, doing things together.
A little later in the show, we'll show you how Coldstream raises the minnows, which go all over the country. And Justin Pillow earns our Employer of the Year award with a very unique employee benefit. But first, let's hear from our friends at Bad Boy Mowers who love the outdoors like we do. Here's Mallory Lindsay with a hiking tip.
Sometimes while hiking, we pick up unwanted hitchhikers like ticks. Now, some of us have probably heard you want to burn a tick or put rubbing alcohol on it or pinch. That's the last thing you want to do. You do not want to upset a tick. Their defense mechanism is to purge and release. And unfortunately, some of that purge that they do can be infected blood back into your system, which we don't want. So here is the right way to do that. You're going to take your fine tip tweezers. You're going to get to the mouth part where it's touching the skin, pinch and pull up. What you don't want to do is twist and pull. Doing so can leave the mouth parts left in the skin, which could later cause infection.
While Paragould is in the northeast part of the state, Flippin is in north central and home to Vexus boats, boasting best-in-class performance on the water. Take those minnows on a ride they'll never forget in a Vexus.
The secret's out now. The best boat builders are in Flippin, Arkansas.
Well, I don't know that Vexus could have roots anywhere but Flippin, Arkansas. And the story's been told with Forrest Wood and the things that he's done, but make sure that the solid foundation that he set forth half a century ago continues to branch out with what we're doing.
We built a state-of-the-art facility here in Flippin that we want customers to come see how we build our boats, what we're doing differently. We want to show them so they know when they're buying a Vexus boat, they're getting something different.
We have thousands of years' experience in our employees.
Everyone's good at what they do because they've had
a lot of years at it. And those that are learning are taught by those that have a lot of years at it.
They build boats and they do it exceptionally well. It's just in their DNA to have a passion for excellence in all they do.
We're doing something that nobody else does with our quality and our innovation, and it's just really exciting to be a part of that.
There's good people that are gathered up trying for a common cause, and that's trying to create a company here in a little Ozark town that is only interested in doing things right.
When Arkansas's Great Outdoors returns, you'll learn things about minnows you never knew. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by H2O Marine, and by Archer's Advantage.
Where haven't we gone? What hasn't been done? What's still left to be discovered and possible beyond the horizon? How can we continue pushing limits, breaking boundaries, and leading the way? At Bad Boy, it's not just about finding the answers, it's about the pursuit.
Today we're featuring Coldstream Fisheries in Paragould, Arkansas, a national producer of certified Arkansas bait. In a farm in northeastern Arkansas, surrounded by 2,500 acres of minnow ponds, there are several essential products for success. You must have really good mosquito repellent.
They'll carry you away out there under that shed in the morning. You're trying to load the trucks and they'll carry you away.
Mosquitoes are not the largest annoyance on a minnow farm by a margin. We got that turtle right here and he does not look happy.
No, and our guys are not happy with those kind of turtles there. Those are the alligator loggerheads, and they're pretty mean.
Yeah.
They're pretty mean turtles.
Okay, so this is the process of seining. Kind of explain what's going on here.
Okay, right here, these are our Tuffy brood pond is what it is, and they're seining it with a smaller seine, and we're taking the bigger fish out and the smaller fish out, and we're gonna take them to the shed to where we can grade them out, get the bigger fish out to sell, and the smaller fish we can haul back to another pond for it to grow out.
Okay, so this is harvest time.
Right, correct.
So how long have these fish been in this pond?
These have been in here since beginning of April.
Okay. All right, so this represents several months of effort. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we'll take these fish out and put a different species. We'll drain this pond completely out, lime it out, and make sure it's a clean, fresh pond, and then fill it up and put new fish in there.
And when you say a new species, meaning?
Hybrid bluegill, sunfish.
So is that like the aquaculture equivalent of rotating your crops?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once the fish are seined from the ponds, they go to the vats in preparation for their journey to your bait shop. And so you've got, these fish, some have eaten at different levels, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so there's all these things that you think you can control, but this is how you do some controlling, is the ones who are small enough to get through there, they're gonna go back and grow some more.
Right, they'll go back to the pond and grow some more.
It's your version of catch and release.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So for our bass anglers and Lake Okeechobee, the Big O in Florida, good chance your minnows have come from here. We talked about ice fishing up north.
Yep.
All these fish can go all over thanks to that certification process.
It really comes in handy.
Mm-hmm. When the fish are in the pond, we've gone over where they are there, how they get out of the pond, and then now they've gone into these holding tanks for grading. Some will go back into the pond, but let's go back and visit where they all come from. You've got a hatchery here.
Correct. Yes, we do.
Let's go take a look at that.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so what do we got here?
Okay, this is a spawning mat, and what this is the fish will lay their eggs on it during spawning season, which is around April, May, whenever the water temperatures get just right. Mm-hmm. And what we'll do is we'll take so many out and put them in the ponds, and they'll lay their eggs on them, and then we'll bring them up here and put them in tubs for them to hatch out in 6 to 7 days. And that'll usually, on a good day, if everything hatches out right, if we set in 350, we're probably going to get about 20 million head
Wow.
20 to 25 million head of baby shiners.
Okay. All right, so they'll go from there over into these tanks?
They'll go over these tanks over here. But through here you have where these little slots, you'll put your spawning mats, and then you have oxygen coming down through here also, water spraying on them, and then a quick fill right here. You can fill them up. But all these tanks you can control the water temperature. That gives you an extra 3 weeks before you could do it out there. And
okay.
That's what the big part of the indoor hatchery is, because you can control the climate, the weather a little bit better.
You get to play Mother Nature.
Right, right. And out there, you're just relying on Mother Nature. So like from what we used to do out there is you would get all your fish on your eggs, or your eggs on your mat, and you would take them straight to the pond to hatch out. And then you really wouldn't know, you wouldn't have an accurate idea of what was out there. So now we bring them in here, and you can have an accurate idea of what you take out.
Controlling the environment is not as easy as it sounds. A lot of trial and error and sound wisdom from the previous generation that lives today.
One thing that he would always tell me is you have to get your water right on the fish out here. It's the meat and potatoes. The green bloom in the water, that is the meat and potatoes. The feed is a supplement. So that is one thing that I will always, get, from him that is a lasting memory.
And that's how the magic happens. Coldstream Fisheries ships all over the country. Justin follows in the footsteps of his father, and the family work continues to innovate and thrive, thanks to customers like you. When Arkansas's Great Outdoors returns, we show you how this part of the state produces the bait and all the products you need to use the bait and catch more fish. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by H2O Marine, and by Archer's Advantage.
The best leaders don't just forge ahead, they adjust. Bad Boy Mowers has made adjustments at every turn, including our revolutionary 3-link suspension. Built tough and designed for superior performance and speed. Adjust the seat, handles, and pedals however you want. And as for Bad Boy's rebellious spirit, well, that hasn't adjusted at all. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
Hey, this is Ryan with Archer's Advantage. I want to speak to you a minute today about arrow spine. Your arrow spine is very important, that it's matched to your bow so that it fits you and your bow. Too stiff an arrow, you won't get the proper arrow flight. Too weak of an arrow spine, it can actually be dangerous, and you can hurt yourself or somebody else when you shoot. Arrow spine has to do with how much your arrows flex. The lighter spine of the arrow, the higher the number, which means it will flex more, it bends more. The arrow will be lighter in actual weight. The heavier spine arrow, it will flex less, and the arrow will actually be heavier in weight. The heavier your bow, the heavier the weight of your arrowhead. It needs to be matched. You need a stiffer spined arrow for that. When we sell a bow here at Archer's Advantage, we set you up with the proper arrows that you need to shoot out of your equipment. If you have any questions about arrows, arrow spine, arrow length, head weight, we can help you here at Archer's Advantage.
Archery is growing everywhere, but especially so in Arkansas. And one of the reasons why is Archer's Advantage, the largest selection in the state with the best pros to help you get started or increase your level of proficiency. Stop by Archer's Advantage in Sherwood and boost your game. And while you're there, you may find some other items to catch your eye, like electric bikes, outdoors apparel, and even some boats. Now let's get back to Paragould and another part of the Pillow family enterprise. This is a family business, and the whole family gets involved.
Absolutely.
I've got Alicia here, the older sister of Justin.
That's
so
right.
You could run the roost here.
That's right. I am the older sister, let's not forget. But I look much younger.
Oh, yes.
So, yes.
And you got to keep him in line,
That's
too.
right. It's a handful, I promise you.
Well, this is Sorrells Wholesale, which is part of the fishing industry here in the Pillow area. And so tell us a little bit about what you do here.
Sure. So I'm a third-generation bait farmer. It started with my grandfather, moved down to my dad, and then Justin and I got it. And so what I do, my division of it, is we sell wholesale fishing tackle.
Okay.
And we actually cover 32 states. So we ship into 32 different states. We import and we manufacture some of our own product.
Okay, so you've got a little warehouse area here, and do you build it right here?
Yes, we do. We manufacture some of our own jig heads right here, and we bring them in from a couple other different places as well. But yeah, we do most of it here. So.
That's great. Okay, so tell me how you got started in this side of the business.
So I was a single mom, and my dad was like, we got to get you a part of the business. And so it was a little difficult for me to go out there and work and sing catfish. So what I started was wholesale fishing tackle, and so we started bringing it in and found out I absolutely loved it. I'm a salesman, I can sell, and so it was right up my alley, and I absolutely enjoy every moment of it.
And just while we've been setting up this interview, phone calls have been coming in, and then Alicia takes off, takes an order, and then comes back, and then we finish up this interview.
That's it, absolutely. Phew.
There's a history here. In fact, right beneath the feet of the cameraman who is running the camera you are watching right now.
That's right.
It says Coldstream Crawlers 2012 etched in the concrete forever.
That is it, and that is our legacy, because when we started, I remember my dad said, you want to write down in the concrete? I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Who does that anymore? But I'm so thankful that I did, because 10 years later, I have that amazing memory of when we started this, when it was just a concrete slab, and now it's grown into a 30,000 square foot warehouse and a multi-million-dollar business, and I am so thankful for that legacy.
That's neat. Now, speaking of that legacy, you've got a brand of jigs over here on the side. Let's go take a look at that right now. This is a special thing. All right, so what have we got right here? This is a special list of products right here that very meaningful to you.
They are. So these are our JTP jigs, and they are named after my father. They carry my father's initials, JTP, and we call it the heartbeat of fishing. And part of what is on our logo is my dad's actual heartbeat rhythm. So we lost our dad to cancer 5 years ago, and one of the ways I wanted to memorialize him was to create a product line that was just about him. How much he loved fishing, how much this was a family legacy. It wasn't just about me, but it was something we would pass down to our children. So that's when JTP Jigs was born.
That's great. Now, where can people get these?
They can get them from any of our wholesalers. You can always just call Sorrells Wholesale, and we can let you know which states that we have wholesalers in, and we can refer you to them. We want to honor our wholesalers, so that's what we do. When you call us, we refer you back to any of them.
That's great. That's very meaningful. It's great to be able to be in a business that ties into your foundation as a person, the character development from your father, and the legacy of the Pillow family.
Absolutely. That's the one thing that we want to do. So we have a daughter and 3 teenage boys, and so we are hoping to get to pass that down to them.
These JTP jigs mean a little more when you know the story behind them. When Arkansas's Great Outdoors returns, we'll show you the best employee program in the world. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by H2O Marine, and by Archer's Advantage.
Where haven't we gone? What hasn't been done? What's still left to be discovered and possible beyond the horizon? How can we continue pushing limits, breaking boundaries, and leading the way? At Bad Boy, it's not just about finding the answers.
We'd love to see how you see Arkansas. Please keep sending us your photos to photos@arkansasgreatoutdoors.com. We'll put them on the air and inspire us all about the beauty of Arkansas's great outdoors. There is something different about today's workload for the employees at Coldstream Fish Farm in Paragould. Now, I think it's something that every employer in the state should try. It would definitely improve job satisfaction. This is exciting. I've got Justin Pillow here with us. It's Coldstream Fisheries, and we've got the Coldstream Derby, but this is unlike any other derby. Tell us what's going on here today.
Right, so we're going to have 5 teams of 2 of our employees, and they're going to have 15 minutes to catch as many fish as possible. And if whoever is the winner gets a free paid day's vacation.
And what'll be cool is if they take that day and go fishing on it.
They might sleep in. I'm pretty sure they're going to sleep in.
This is a very motivated workforce today. I mean, we all wish we had a job like this. So we're about ready to get fired away on the first annual Coldstream Fishing Derby.
All right, guys, 15 minutes. Ready? Start! Looks like somebody caught one down there.
All right, they're number one. Fish on.
One more.
Hey, hey. At this point in the 15-minute tournament, another team figures out the 3 rules of real estate are the same 3 rules of fishing. Location, location, location. Woo, that's a big one.
Oh, there you go, right there. Oh! Oh! These guys work their tails off all summer long, so give them a little bit of a break here. There you go. Help him out, look at him, help him out.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the pond, the hot corner has attracted a 3rd team. Yeah. Oh no! There we go. There we go. All right. There we go, got one. Yeah. If you want to see a theft caught on video, watch the bobber closely. You'll see the pull and the flash, all before a good hook set could be tried. Minnow gone, and so has the thief. This one proved costly, as it would have been the game winner.
Oh, they got another one down there. Oh, time's up.
Okay, time's up.
They just threw in their 6th one.
Oh, did they really? We might have a tie. It was a good fishing day. Somebody had a lot of fun.
And got a day off.
And got a day off, yes, yeah. Lots of big fish getting caught. We've got the winners now. All the competitors are right here. We have the final tally, and the winners are?
Miguel and Enrique.
Hey,
right there.
All right.
Day off.
Congratulations, yes, all right, well done, well done.
So those are our winners, and it came down to a close finish there. They were tied up 5-5, and then right at the buzzer they caught one more and had them where they beat them at 6.
So what we noticed is we had a wind coming from the northeast,
right?
And there was one team down here that started lighting it up early, and they caught 3 fish before anybody else had really caught one. And it sounds like Miguel and Enrico came around. They were opportunists. They saw where the action was, came over and just started smoking them pretty consistently.
They found the hot spot.
Yeah.
That's where they went.
Yeah, so hot spot, day off. They're gonna go fishing for that day, I'm sure. That was a derby unlike any other, and it was a lot of fun to see just the exuberance. These guys are all around fish all day long, but they don't get a chance to do what we did and kind of see the fruits of their work.
No, this is the first time, and so they don't get out to go fishing very much, so this was a good break for them, and able to actually do something because they work their tails off all summer long, and this right here is just something to give back to them and be like, hey, thank you. Yeah, here's a little bit of a day off.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it was fun to watch these guys, the excitement of when they'd catch a fish, and sometimes not knowing exactly what to do with it.
A lot of times it's the first time they've ever used a rod and reel.
Yeah.
So, but they learned a little bit. Maybe now it kind of intrigued them a little bit to go fishing a little bit.
That's the purpose of this show. More people, more fishing. What a way to boost employee morale and get more people fishing at the same time, which is what this minnow industry is all about, and Arkansas leads the way. 90% of all the farm-raised bait fish in the country comes out of 3 counties in Arkansas. Greene County is one of them. Thanks for watching this episode of Arkansas's Great Outdoors. We'll see you next week.